Hello and welcome to Prudent Media News. Now a look at the headlines. Panji Corporation poll approaching. Candidate ready to shell out anything for vote. Voters on the spree of demanding. A special report from Prudent on bribes, lure and hidden threat. Met Department raises alarm on seismic activity in Goa. Director of Met Department says every dam requires installation of 3 seismographs. It's honor for Goa and Goans, Dr. P.S. Ramani added in a memorial philately block of Hungarian Postal Services. It's a Lifetime Achievement Award. 50-year-old man found murdered at Vathadev Sarvan. Severe assault injuries on body. Police register murder offence against unknown. One has to walk at least 5 kilometers a day to be active and healthy, says Porto University's Jose Rodrigues. Indians need to avoid oily food, set correct eating habits. And Silgaonkar thrash ONGC to stretch their lead at the top of the I-League table. Beat ONGC 5-0. And now the news in detail. One who bribes comes the first, or the one who accepts it? What comes first, an egg or the chicken? This question has always remained like an unsolved mystery. But voters in Panji Corporation poll have replied it cleverly. The voters are in full spree of demanding favours and gifts from any candidate that comes to their doorsteps. It's an open auction and sale of votes. Prudent had a stroll in this sale, and here we have our special report.
May it be an unemployed, a well-employed or a well-to-do voter. He is always unsatisfied. He has his wish list ready to be placed before the candidates. He tries to present himself as if he is very needy and aggrieved. In fact, it's an hidden threat to the candidate to fulfill his demand for want of a vote. He does not feel ashamed of this mentality, nor the shameful act questions his conscience. As a part of our ward-wise news series, Prudent's reporters are out to know the public issues. They came across the voters who are out to auction and sell their votes. Our principal correspondent met Shivappa Karishetty in ward number 13. Shivappa has his wish list ready. They have around 250 votes in this ward, but this is how they are valued.
सार्वजनिक स्कूल भुरग्यांचे आमचे बालवाडी आसा ते जाय आनी आमचे दुर्गा देवी एक मंदिर बांदपाक जाय आनी आमकां कितें टायल्स घालपाचे ते घालपाचे ते सांगला पात्रांव आमचो.
One can understand his urge for Balwadi, but he wants a temple to be erected. In addition, he is asking for tiles. For whom he is asking it, it's unclear. He says boss has agreed to do the job. Everybody in the locality knows who the boss is, but Shivappa is smart enough not to quote it in front of a camera. Further, our principal correspondent moved to ward number 14. This ward is the area where the Daily Gomantak's head office lies. This is a basti with 130 votes. Our reporter met Yellappa Harijan from this ward. He too has his wish list ready.
मातशें आमकां कितें जाय न्हू तें करपाक जाय न्हू भुरग्यां बी आतां वोट घालतले न्हू वोट घालता आमकां भुरग्यांक कितें दिवपाक जाय न्हू सायकल कितें आमकां बायलांक घरा रावतले न्हू काम करून खायना ते टिचींग करपाक कितें जाय ते मशीन दिवपाक जाय न्हू आनी भुरग्यांक सायकल दिवपाचें बरें जालें न्हू.
Panji Corporation poll is a mega contest. It has become an issue of prestige for both Manohar Parrikar and Babush Montserrat. Babush has already declared that he is going to contest assembly election from Panji. It's definitely a challenge for the 4 times Panji seat winner Manohar Parrikar to accept. The clever voters are very well aware of it. They are out to exploit the situation. The voter is on the spree of demands. Some want television while some want sewing machine. Some are asking for bicycles. The voters demand, and soon they have it at their doorstep. Our principal correspondent Murari Shetye had been to Aivav area along with our video journalist Sushant Par. There we saw many children roaming with brand new bicycles. No way to find out whether they had bought them or were gifted. But this is an overall picture in this ward. Panji Corporation poll is just 10 to 12 days away. But by then, we won't know what height the shower of gifts and assurances will attain. But the givers and the takers definitely have an answer to it. Our principal correspondent Murari Shetye, video journalist Anil Sanadi with Sushant Par for Prudent Media.
The Met Department has raised the warning bell. Director of Met Department has said that 3 seismographs will be set up in the vicinity of every dam in the state. Singh has confirmed that microseismic activity was recorded near Salaulim Dam on Jan 6 this year. The department has already sent a proposal to the state government to install the seismographs.
Seismographs records the seismic waves generated during the earthquake. Last month, people residing in the vicinity of Salauli Dam and from Satalde to Netravali had felt the tremors. KV Singh confirmed that there were microseismic activities recorded in these areas. The intensity was 2.1 on the Richter scale. This is the second time such activities recorded in the Salauli area in the past 3 years.
Last month there was some event on 6th January, but that event actually, because it was very micro seismic event was there.
Director of Met Department feels that 3 seismographs near every dam in the state is the need of the hour.
Near each dam actually there should be this seismograph should be there, so that if any activity is there, that can be recorded. So problem is because if one station is installed, one seismograph is installed, so it is not possible to locate the epicenter for that. It's state government, they have to see this actually, they have to install this, and this our department will provide some technical support for that.
A reporter from Panji, Jason Suarez, with video journalist Ravindra Dalvi.
It's an honor for Goa, Goans and a man of international repute, senior consultant, neuro and spinal surgeon, Dr. Premanand Ramani, a doctor from Vadi Talauli in Ponda. The Postal Service of the Hungarian state has edited a memorial philately block in the honor of Dr. Ramani. This honor is a Lifetime Achievement Award 2011 for Dr. Ramani. Watch a report from Vivek Prabhu.
Premanand Shantaram Ramani was born in 1938 in the village of Vadi near Ponda. After all his efforts and hard work, he is now the senior consultant, neuro and spinal surgeon serving the world at large. Recently, Postal Service of Hungarian state has edited a memorial philately block in the honor of Dr. Ramani. This is in appreciation of Professor Ramani's support to their neurological surgery for last 22 years. These stamps of course can be used for paying the postage from Hungary.
It is not only Hungary, but for the last 30-40 years, I have kept contact with the whole world, in fact, and given them whatever I can give to them, to the world, and therefore the world is now appreciating my efforts and they are trying to honor me in one way or the other.
Dr. Ramani is also felicitated with many awards. Here he has listed few.
Russia invited me to their very famous Prudent Neurosurgical Institute in Moscow to deliver a honoring lecture in there. Then later on, in 2008, Japanese Orthopedic or the Spine Society also called me to Nagoya in Japan, and they also honored me by making honorary member of their society. More recently, British Association of Spinal Surgeons also invited me to England, and they also honored me by making honorary member of their society. Most important, in 2009, Indonesia, they opened a very big hospital, and then the whole operation theater building they were named after me. Last year, 2010, America honored me by giving me Bussy Award for outstanding contribution to neurospinal surgery in the world.
Dr. Ramani, being world-famous doctor, has not forgotten his village and his Goa. His contribution to state continues with libraries, projects and many things with his mother's name, Ahilyabai Ramani Pratishthan. Murari Vadikar, who looks after his house from almost 40 years, felt proud of Dr. Ramani.
हे पळोवन आमकां इतली खूश भोगता की इतलो नांवाजलो दोतोर आमच्या ह्या वाडी गांवाक जन्मून अख्खे जगाक ताजें नांव गाजता. हें पळोवन वाडयेकारांकच न्ही तर गोंयकारांक ताचो खूब मोठो अभिमान जाल्लो असो म्हाकाय दिसून येता.
A reporter from Ponda, Vivek Prabhu.
It's time for a short break. Stay tuned.